Hey, it's Andres. Today we're going to be talking about categorizing images based on their content. We do this using a technique called image classification, and it can have a bunch of use cases. But today I'm going to talk about an example premise that I have, which is, let's say I was someone who wanted to create a website that allowed amateur photographers to upload pictures of birds and then have them automatically identified. So the first step here is to go through the model catalog and look for what you want to identify. In the computer vision world, these are called labels, as we use them to label the image with what you identified. So I'm going to go ahead and look for things like a finch, or maybe a bald eagle, and then maybe also an owl. So after searching for some of my terms, it looks like what I'm coming up here is this ShuffleNet model, and it seems to have a lot of labels that match what I need. It has bald eagle, great gray owl, water ouzel, goldfinch, house finch. It seems like a really great place to start. And the model catalog orders things by inference time. So here I can see that this model has an inference time of about 38 milliseconds, which is about 25 frames per second. So I can expect my application to be relatively performant when it comes to models. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the image classification starter app. Then what I'll do is go ahead and add my model from the model catalog. I do this by clicking on the model, hitting use model, and then copying the model command and then pasting it into my terminal. And you can see this will add my model, but as you notice, there's also another model in the application, and I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. That's the model that was originally in the application that I no longer needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and do AI app models remove and take that out. Perfect. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is follow the second step of adding my model to the application, which is copying the model name and then pasting it into the app.py. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my app.py and add it in so that my application can start using the right model that I chose through the model catalog. And then I'll run alwaysAI app deploy to deploy my model. I'm running this locally on my machine, and so I'll just choose local computer for this and get started right away. So the second thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add images of birds that I want to identify in the images directory. And that'll load those images through the model and then label them. Now I'm going to run the starter app and see what my starter app gives me. And as you can see, it identifies the birds correctly as bald eagle, goldfinch, and great gray owl. So on the left-hand side, we can see the labels and the confidence levels associated with the labels. For our hypothetical situation, what we would do is pick the label with the highest confidence and then relay that back to the user. So that was just one example of what you can do with image classification. Check out more at alwaysAI.